The World Economic Forum has created a couple new videos for their YouTube channel. The good thing for us is that they left the like and dislike buttons and the comment section enabled so that we can see what people around the world think about their little great reset for global conquest idea. The bad thing is, I suspect that they left the comment and dislike button enabled because they want us to know that they don't care what we think about their global conquest idea. The same people who caused the current crisis are trying to sell us on the idea that they're the only solution to the crisis. What they're saying in this new video entitled, "What is the Great Reset? Davos Agenda 2021, is basically the same thing they said in a former video. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. While they themselves will own virtually everything, which doesn't seem to me to make them too sad. Let's take a look at some clips from this video.
The pandemic has radically changed the world as we know it, and the actions we take today as we work to recover will define our generation.
One of the best ways for a ruler to take control is to get everybody to think that there's a horrible crisis that they need to be rescued from. While they tell us in propaganda piece after propaganda piece that a certain thing has changed the world as we know it, what has really changed the world are the people who are telling you there's a problem that has changed the world. Oh, and they have the solution. It's called the Hegelian dialectic. Problem, reaction, solution. This is classic propaganda that feeds off the fears of the ignorant while plans are set in place to take advantage of and profit handsomely from the ignorant. Later in the video, they say this.
When we need to, we can act rapidly and restructure our lives.
You, not them, you will be required to not just rearrange, but restructure your life. How much restructuring will you have to do? Do these words from this World Economic Forum video give you a hint? You'll own nothing and you'll be happy about it. The same restructuring, by the way, won't be required of them.
Recovery from the pandemic is an opportunity. We can see rays of hope in the form of a vaccine, but there is no vaccine for the planet. Nature needs a bailout.
The guys at the top are going to bail out nature. Of course, they're going to have to steal from your time and laboring energies to do that, and you'll be required to run into the arms of their buddies over there operating the levers of power at Big Pharma so that you can get your liquid ray of hope. They can capitalize on their opportunity and life can return to our new fabricated abnormal. In another part of the video, they say,
you don't want to go back to the status quo that you had before simply because it was the status quo that got us here.
So they don't want you to go back to the way things were. And it wasn't the status quo that got us here. It was a bunch of billionaires getting together and laying plans for the rest of us that got us here. And we need to realize that they don't intend to let the current crisis go to waste.
With everything falling apart, we can reshape the world in ways we couldn't before.
And that's what they want to do. They want to reshape or reset the world so that they can build it back in their image. That's why you keep hearing them say that they want to build back better. But we better be asking, better for who? Will the billionaires give up their vast fortunes, their land holdings, their investments in companies that pollute the world? That's not likely, but you will have to give up everything. Oh, and you'll be happy about it. Now, listen to how they openly admit what they're planning to do.
Ways that better address so many of the challenges we face. And that's why so many are calling for a great reset.
So many calling for the Great Reset? Seems to me the only people calling for a great reset are the people putting out videos like this. Videos that get 7,400 dislikes to 646 likes.
And that's why so many are calling for a great reset. A great reset? That sounds more like buzzword bingo masking some nefarious plan for world domination. Hands up, this kind of slogan hasn't gone down well. But all we really want to say is that we all have an opportunity to build a better world.
Did you get what she said? A great reset? That sounds more like buzzword bingo masking some nefarious plan for world domination. Yep, that's exactly what it sounds like. You know why? Because according to their plan, that's exactly what it is. And they don't just want you to accept it, they want you to demand it from them. They want you to know through videos like this that a world takeover is exactly what they plan to do. And they don't care that you know it. Look at this frame they chose to put on the screen, telling you exactly what they're going to do. Global elites plan for your future. They want you to run to them so that they can fix what they and their pals messed up. But look at the imagery they flaunt in our faces. Using a They Live movie style of revealing reality with the kind of glasses Rowdy Roddy Piper used, the Great Reset sign becomes obey. They're telling you exactly what the Great Reset is while they mock it and make people who've exposed the reality of what's actually happening look like half-baked loons.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
But all we really want to say is that we all have an opportunity to build a better world.
We all have an opportunity to build a better world, and the world they want to build will be better for them. You will give up and they will accumulate. You will lose freedom and they will gain power.
And it's not surprising that people who've been disenfranchised by a broken system and pushed even further by the pandemic will suspect global leaders of conspiracy. But the world's not that simple.
Suspect global leaders of conspiracy.
Suspect global leaders of conspiracy. But the world's not that simple.
Actually, the world is that simple. Right here, they actually call themselves global leaders. They're not hiding any of this.
Every one of us has differing priorities, values, and ideas. That's part of why solutions are so hard to come by, and why we all need to be involved in the decision making. Because whether it's politicians, CEOs, academics, activists, or you, we're all about getting people together.
What I find hilarious is that they tell us to trust them, and then they include a picture of some of the most untrustworthy people on the planet.
Even those you may not like.
Did you get that? Even those you may not like, with an account suspended message on the phone, signifying that those they don't like and those whose ideas they don't want get censored into oblivion. Let me show you one more example where they dangle in our faces the fact that the current crisis has served to benefit the billionaires who are the very people supporting the Davos World Economic Forum agenda and the very kinds of people who put out propaganda videos like this.
See, at the start of 2020, 1% of the world's population owned 44% of the wealth. And since the start of the pandemic, billionaires have increased theirs by more than 25%, whilst 150 million people fell back into extreme poverty.
So the current crisis has greatly enriched billionaires while it has decimated the rest of us. And they want you to know that. And they want you to run into the arms of those who profited from what's going on right now. Number one, they just answered the question, who benefits? And number two, you don't have to follow the money because they led you right to the doorstep of where all that money is stashed. In a later video, we're going to take a look at some of the comments under this World Economic Forum propaganda video. Guys, this channel is completely demonetized. The only way I'm here is because of you. If you view this content as valuable and you want to support my work exposing this crap, all its support links are in the description and in the pinned comment. One of the best things you can do is to like and share this video everywhere you can, and to subscribe to this channel and to my backup channels. My new Covert Operations YouTube channel, Grease Monkey Videos, will be fired up soon, so subscribe and hit the bell notification over there so you can be alerted when I upload my next video. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored, shadow banned, fully demonetized video.
Thousands of people are now struggling to put food on their table.
A sea of cars jammed into a parking lot in San Antonio. More than 10,000 families waiting their turn at a local food bank. Similar scenes are taking place in cities across the country. In Pittsburgh, the line of motorists stretches more than a mile.
Hey guys, before I start this video, I just want to remind you, if you don't have a 6-month supply per person in your household of long-term storable dry food, you need to get some from somewhere. We already know they're going to do an economic reset, a currency reset, and a food reset. And if you don't have enough food for everybody in your family, and you're out there with everybody else scrambling around at the last minute trying to get some, it's going to be too late. You can get it from me. It's $100 off instantly right here on this website right here, or just get it from anybody. My link is in the description below and in the pinned comment.